Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel, and let's talk about the few news that I got in last week. So the first news must be about Devin. So Devin, if you don't know what is Devin, so one of the US based AI company, they recently introduced one artificial intelligence software engineer who can do almost everything what us common software usually do, starting from gathering requirement, developing code, and then deployment. So it's an end-to-end solution they have developed, and on top of it, it has browser, it has its own command prompt, and also during development when it runs basically the code, if there is some errors, so based on the error, it can crawl, it can search in Google or any of the any of the search engine and try to get the solution and then try to do a fix. So they are also considering the the compilation error and all, and also it can create unit testing and all. So altogether, it is by far the best tool they have built, because earlier in ChatGPT, what we usually observe that if you have a problem, you can give a prompt and they will give a possible solution, but it is not end to end. It cannot read your entire code base. Based on that, you cannot create a feature that usually happens, right? Or for entire code or the project that usually engineers start build from the scratch, right? So that is not there in ChatGPT, but it is something which is slightly scary. And also, there are a couple of tests which has performed, like it can uh, 13 times better, I believe, from ChatGPT, and it can also solve lot of freelancing problem, lot of open source problem that usually engineer can do, right? So we need to check whether it has any impact, but definitely it will expedite the job. If someone, some company, like in India, like we have 70 to 80% service based companies where creativity or the imagination is very less, right? So in that place, how much this will be feasible and what will be the cost involved. So as per as my concern, knowledge, the cost will be very minimal. It can be couple of dollar only per user specific, what I have heard. But anyway, we need to check what will happen, because this is still in not released mode. So they are giving certain users for free access, otherwise this is not for sale as of now, but soon it will come. So we need to adopt, or we need to see what changes it can do in terms of software development, software testing, and also DevOps. So these three area will be highly impacted. Also, it can gather requirements. So if you are giving a problem, it can break down the problem into 10, 20, story point. I mean, that is kind of a story that usually we write in Scrum or Agile, whatever, and then it start working on it. So it requires very less human interaction. So that is about Devin AI, and this is, don't be scary if you are planning to join as a coder or DevOps expert, because things has just started. It is not matured enough, and even if it is matured, it cannot fully replace software engineers, that I believe. If you have something otherwise, do let me know in your comment below. Now the next one is IBM. So I just wanted to talk about this news basically. So IBM laid off couple of employees. I mean, they are laying off policies by far. They are following the same basically. So what usually happens is, just a second, my bad, I have to close this. Yeah. So what usually happen is, uh, in IBM, they don't, I mean, the thing that I have been saying, they don't usually laid off or do the layoff. So what they will do, the senior employee, when the salary is high, and there's one parameter which I have heard, I'm not sure whether this is true or not. This is for IBM as well as for Dell. If an employee is working for more than 5 years and didn't receive any promotion, also if their age is more than 35, so what IBM will do, they will put them in a something red list or something blacklist. When the this cutoff or this layoff will happen or slashing is happen, they will ask this employee to leave. Now what they will offer, they will go for a golden handshake. Instead of laying them off, they told, like, okay, we'll pay 6 to 12 months of severance pay, and if you accept that severance pay, then immediately you will be released and you will get this amount in your bank account and you will get the release. relieving or the relieving offer or the release letter, whatever. Now if someone is not accepting them, so they will go a normal layoff procedure. They may get laid off or they may not. So once a company basically announce such golden handshake stuff, then definitely there will be a attrition. People will leave that companies. Normal people will also leave the company, and the people who offered this golden handshake, they will also leave the company. So that is basically the policy of this IBM, and for some reason Dell also this policy also followed by Dell basically. So they are trying to cut down their workforces by this. So this is one of the news that is coming from IBM, and that is majorly due to AI adoption. So what has happened, it's not about they have completely adopted AI. So it is basically the huge the cost, licensing cost, which IBM has to incur in order to take AI or the purchase license. So that is the main reason that IBM is slashing down some of the employee strength. Now one of the news also coming from PwC. Now PwC by far in Big Four, it is one of the stable organization. Usually don't go for layoff, but they have also slash 5% of his workforce, which is huge from PwC Australia. So that is one news I have, and the last news from Big Four is coming again from ENY. So there is basically they have a project called Everest. Everest, if you don't know the project, they want to differentiate between their tech consulting part to the actual business. So that they can accept more of more project from the company they are currently working for tax and assurance. So directly though they can't accept project from that company for tech consulting. So there is a barrier basically, and they want to break it down. So that project Everest was called off last year, and for that there was a less hike. Almost average hike was for 5% in UI across UI basically. And this year also they are telling same, there is a huge debt they have, and for that they may not give a good hike in 2024 as well. So this is one news is coming from EY as well. So this is all I have today. Let me know in the comment below if you have something otherwise.